gender. So from the surface, he might look a little black. Just a little smidge. But then on the inside...
All right, we up, we live, family. Welcome. We already arguing. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got Illumila in the house. We got Sister Navita coming to take the throne. And we about to throw down. Are y'all ready? Go on, tell your family and your friends, because we got to have some family talk tonight. We got some real shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We got
some controversy.
We got different opinions flowing through the community about this recent shooting that just took place maybe 45 minutes before the Chauvin trial. Wasn't even 45 minutes?
Before about 10 minutes, I think they said, if that, before the verdict.
Before the verdict. It happened about 4:30 yesterday. The young lady shot by the police officer.
Well, first of all, let's talk about, before we get to that, let's talk about the verdict. Can you fix the camera a little bit? Sorry, y'all. Just bring it closer because we got a lot of the ceilings in the picture. We can get more of us, less ceiling. I think that's better. So, can y'all hear us fine? I want to make sure we got the right microphone on.
You got the right everything?
You sure? Because last week we had the wrong one. I don't have my fucking glasses. Hold on. Grab my glasses. So y'all, this is crazy shit going down, and we're gonna get to it. Let me double check the mic. Make sure we got the right mic set. I think it's the right one. Yeti.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we good then. Audio input. Can you hear us all right? Let us know if the sound is all right. Say something to Illumila. I want to make sure you're being heard.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Live on your TV screen.
All right. Well, you heard that. All right. So, George Floyd. Verdict was guilty. I knew that motherfucker was gonna.
I personally didn't think he was gonna be guilty.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they were gonna find that motherfucker guilty, but my bun all crooked and shit. But my thing is this: now we got 8 weeks to wait for the sentencing.
Oh shit!
And that's what I'm interested in seeing, because the second-degree murder charges carries up to 40 years. Now, how much they're going to give him off of that, I don't know. I think with all the charges involved, he should get 25 to life with no eligibility of parole.
He's going to get,
but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Years
no,
and
I think they're going to give him about 10.
White supremacy.
He'll get about 10 years and maybe do 4. That's what I'm looking at. But we'll see what happens. But well, shout out to Kim. Shout out to Demetrius.
Where you been, Kim?
I know Kim been going. So we're going to get to the shooting today. I wish we could have a way to show the video, but
the reason we won't show the video because they'll ding the video and take us off, because Facebook is very funny about that. And since it was a minor involved with it, and it's well known that it's a minor, they will ding us and pull us down, and we don't need to be in jail on all these platforms, because they'll block me, Navita, and everybody else that got something to do with Giami Journey. So we don't want to do it.
But if y'all have seen the video, we welcome your comments, okay?
So, do me a favor. Can you reach the fan, pull it 2 times? I'm hot. No.
That's one. Twice.
Yeah. So,
it's hot in here. We already been arguing. We started fighting before the damn show, because you already know we was gonna fight.
So we got the video. If anybody saw the video today, let us know in the chat. So anyway, the scenario was, it was a 16-year-old girl. I've been hearing 15, I've been hearing 16, but on the news they said 16. She called the police. because some girls were going to jump her. And from what I understand, these girls have been bothering this young lady. She calls the police and the police come out. She comes out the house and she has a knife in her hand. She throws one of the girls to the ground and she runs to the other girl and she's up on the girl like this. Okay. And she has the knife like this.
Down a little bit.
Well,
back that way.
Like
yeah.
that.
Back
Like
that way. Back that
And
way.
and the girl is against the car, so the girl's not in running distance, and she gets shot. What's your analogy of the situation?
I'm gonna lose a lot of friends on this one, family, because I have people calling me all day. I've been discussing this all day, and black folks is gonna be at arms, and other people that's looking for the movement, blah blah blah. But on this one, for me, this is a no-go. And what I mean by that is that the young lady was out in front of the police with a weapon about to take somebody's life. Now, I don't know what we thought the police officer was going to do. We already know what happens as a community when we call the police and they get involved in situations. Now, the police were there. She ran up and she had the girl. Man said, stop. Stop. Black, black, black. Now, my issue is deadly use of force in our community. We already know is the automatic mode when they come to us, and that's what we need to address. But this incident in particular, I'm sitting up here wondering what else the police officer could have did, because I know people like he could have pulled the electric thing,
The taser.
But I'm sitting up here. We already know the default method when they come to us. They ain't coming to our community. They ain't coming to any events with us with their hands on the taser. We know this when we call it.
That's why it's murder.
That's
why it's murder.
I disagree.
So
we about to argue.
What do you think that the officer should have done, Alumala?
For number one, let's talk about the girls, huh?
Talking to Hatim.
For number one, or for number two, whatever order you want to put it in, let's talk about the girls who supposedly getting ready to stab. Did they live in the neighborhood? And if they didn't, what were they doing around her house? Because she the one called the police and told them that, these girls or whoever they were about ready to jump on, was trying to attack her or whatever. Now, I don't know how many calls the police showed up in the beginning.
Kamani starts that he agreed with Hatim. I'm surprised.
Yeah. I don't know how many girls agreed. What if they agreed? I don't know how many police appeared on the scene in the beginning, but it wasn't no reason to shoot even the 15-year-old or 16-year-old, whether you were shooting her in the back or in the chest or wherever, and kill her. If there were more officers in that area on that scene at one time.
So what do you think the many situations should have done? Let her stab the girl?
Well, look. You could have went in there. You could have if you could have went in there and stopped that. Y'all are taught. The police is taught to break up stuff.
No, not in those situations. They're not trained like that.
Well,
that is not what they're trained to do.
They're
trained
not social workers. They are
trained to shoot
they
to
are
kill.
violent agents of the system.
Okay.
Violent agents of the system.
Look. If you say that,
that is the truth.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen. They didn't go in there to stop it. They went in there to kill. And so
we're not saying that they're trained to stop the situation when there's a weapon.
What I'm saying is that
I got a couple of questions. I want to cross-examine.
What I'm saying is that whatever the police did, they committed murder. That's my point. That's my ending.
This is what
I don't care what they do when they come in our community. They committed murder.
This is what is going to disqualify other cases.
Yes.
For what we do. for things that
Because
happen.
when we start
because
to
shit like this,
when we start to defend
Bullshit.
situations like this, it makes our cases less valid when it is called for. And it makes our voice less loud because now we're just saying murder for everything. We even when, you know, I mean, I'm going to ask you again, Illumala. So he should have let her stab the girl.
because
Yes,
he would have made it up the entire.
Look.
Yes or no?
Even if he would
We're
have,
gonna give
even
you
if
yes or
she
no.
would have stabbed the girl once, he still had enough time. Let me say the police. I don't know how many calls the police there were, but if there were 2 or 3 officers on the scene at the same time, they still had enough time. Even if the girl would have got stabbed once, Navita, they still
What if she
had.
just stabbed her in the neck and the
Look,
jugular
she
vein?
couldn't have stabbed
Why
her in the
couldn't
neck
she?
because the girl was coming back here. The girl was at the.
You listen.
The
If
girl
I
had
got
the knife
look, I
way
want you to
back here.
see this.
No.
If I got the arm-
You look at this.
You look at this.
She was coming like this.
What?
Not
How do you know
this
she?
way.
Look, if I'm back this way, I'm coming up, and I'm going this way.
Look,
Just like
what
when
if she was
motherfuckers
stabbed in the
fighting in the
stomach?
windmill.
Right.
God damn it, the windmill. Do
Where
what
it
you don't be
land?
going when
Where
you
it
windmill.
land?
You don't be landing right here. You be like bam, bam. She had that hand back like a windmill, and she was gonna come forward
Full
and bam.
force.
you say,
Full force, and we ain't
Look,
talking
look.
about we ain't talking
Did
about
she
a small
stab her?
person.
did she stab the person?
So
we
I'm
talking-
asking
we
you,
talking about
so you're
stabbing.
saying that she should
Did she stab the person?
Illumilon.
Did
No.
she stab the person?
No.
No. So she didn't stab the person because she was dead by the time she stabbed the person.
goddamn right.
They in the back. In the back, you say. In the back.
So you think he should have let her stab her one time?
No, I'm saying that
Well-
this is what I'm really saying. You got to understand this here. She was stabbed in the back. I mean, she was.
Well, I mean, when you
Shot
stab
in the
somebody,
back.
you don't. When you shoot somebody, you ain't usually. And would you want to be
Well,
stabbing like this for her to be stabbed from the goddamn
what I'm
front?
saying.
The
what I-
front? I'm gonna get you,
what I-
nigga.
what-
I'm gonna get
look,
you,
look,
nigga. You
Look.
get my chest.
If the police
Get me in the
stabbed-
front.
Yeah, if the police stabbed her in the back, guess what? He had a lot of time to come behind her and grab her. Think about it. He had a lot of
You
time to
listen
come behind
here,
her
Mom.
and
I'm gonna
grab
tell
her.
you right the fuck now.
He could have grabbed her as she was
If
getting
I
ready
come
to put the.
outside and
We ain't
somebody
talking about you.
got
We
him,
ain't talking about you.
we
We talking about this incident
And
here.
we're talking about this incident, and I'm gonna tell you, if I was in an incident, as I don't care if I'm a police officer or an individual, and I see you doing like this to somebody with a knife, I'm not gonna wait for you. If I have the ability to, I'm not even gonna wait for you to stab the motherfucker first. And then my thing is this: if she would have stabbed the girl and killed the girl, guess what the story would be saying? I can't believe he let that girl
stab, right.
He let that girl kill her like that. He ain't do nothing. He just stood there. And I'm not gonna
Damn
go.
if
I'll be
you do.
goddamn if
Damn
I
if you
got a gun and you wailing knives around. I'm just gonna come up to you and hold you. Where
From
they
the
do
back-
that shit at?
From the back of the.
You can't
How you
stab
gonna
nobody
see-
from the front.
No.
No,
What
you
I'm
how
saying,
you?
what I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to y'all,
You
y'all,
making
if
no sense.
you got shot in the back, that means your front was in that person's back. You could
Right,
have
so listen.
ran behind that person
So-
and grabbed that person. I don't care if she did get one.
You see how big that bitch was?
I don't care how big
That's
she
all
was.
right.
You a police. You a
Police
police.
can get their ass whipped.
And stab.
Okay. Look.
But hey.
Let's go to something else.
That
No, we can't know.
motherfucker
We gonna
is
stay
big.
on this
She
for a second.
Cause
big.
you ain't even listen. You ain't even listen to logic.
You
know
know that's
listen
not
to
logic. That's
Hell if
not
it ain't.
logic.
Hell if it ain't.
That's emotion, dog. That's not logic.
You ain't listening.
You sitting up
the police
here.
come behind people
first
all
off,
the time.
you saying that the police officer should at least let her get one
I
stabbing
didn't say
in,
that. I didn't
so that
say
we
that.
can make
You
sure.
You said y'all saying
No,
that.
that's what you said.
She got killed before she got her back. She got
So
shot.
once again, he was
She
supposed
got
to
shot
wait.
in the back.
This is what I'm talking
The
about.
woman got shot
This
in
is
the
what I'm
back.
talking about.
Why did because she hurt because she was turning this way, stabbing.
Look. If I'm behind you,
Nigga, what?
if I-
What, nigga? Okay, what, nigga? You stabbing the
You
shit
just
out
behind
this
you.
nigga. Did you see me just
I
stab the
stabbed
shit
the
out
nigga
this
in the chest.
nigga?
look.
Did
If
you
I-
just
if I'm
see me stab
behind
the
you,
shit out this
if I'm
nigga?
behind you, you know.
You just tried to hold me from behind.
And
I
what's
stabbed the
crazy
shit out
about
of
this
you.
whole point to me, Illuminati, is that this kind of supports your whole argument
From last week.
No, it
And-
doesn't.
oh my
No, it
God.
doesn't.
Oh my God.
Every
I can
situation,
tell you,
every
I can tell
every
you all of
situation
the
is
wrong
different.
behaviors here, brother. We can look at all the wrong behaviors
every
here.
situation
First
is different.
First off, here we go. The police pull up. When the police pull up,
How many cars? How many cars?
Listen, I ain't counting the cars.
Okay.
The police car pulled up. She pushed the girl, one of the girls, down in front of the police car and ran over to the girl to stab her. Now, the question I have, no, stop. The question I have is,
look, Kamani Star said, hold on, for the record, I really hope cops shoot anyone who tries to stab me. Okay. And Joe Adcock said the cop that pulled up had to make a quick decision. The cops already there should have secured the scene
Y'all
better.
Crazy. Y'all goddamn crazy.
Pamela Swan said, sounds good.
Y'all crazy.
She talking about when you was asking.
Oh, the sound is good.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Y'all sound good. Y'all sounding crazy.
Illumila.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Now, how did the police know who called?
Finish your statement before, because I'm following that train of thought. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, about the wrong behaviors?
Yes.
No. All right, hold on. The police car pulls up. This is when the girl runs out and start pushing and attacks one, knocks her down. Then we got another one that's up on the car that she ran up to, and it appears that she was holding something small. I thought it looked like a baby that she was holding. Now, I don't know where the baby went when she was on the car.
Now, be careful saying that stuff.
Now, what?
Why? Go ahead.
Why?
Because if you're not sure,
well, hold on, you're not sure. I mean, if you can say the shit you said, I'm perfectly within my rights.
Look, I'm saying
now, second, other wrong.
You said
hold on, second.
Other wrong behavior was that there was a man that was there.
That's right. That
probably knew everybody involved with the situation, that tried not to interfere, but better yet, tried to get a kick in on somebody. Wrong behavior. You got a whole group of people. Nobody, I mean, this girl ran past everybody while the police car was out there. That's wrong behavior, bro. And that supports your whole point from last week. It made you look like Nostradamus. Now you going back on it. And I understand that's a heavy burden to carry.
Look.
Right?
All you
that's a heavy burden.
All you
don't want to carry.
Look. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Look. If the police pull up, right? If the police pulls up,
I'm leaving.
Guess what? No, if you was involved in that,
if I was involved with that, yeah, I'm moving away.
Look. I understand that.
Okay.
But if the police pulls up, the police got called. They pull up.
And the call that they received,
and they see you run out your door, right?
With a knife.
With a knife.
Okay.
And you happen to push somebody out the way. I did see that part. You push the person out the way to get to somebody else. Wait.
That's not what happened.
Okay, what happened?
She pushed that girl down with aggression. And then she turned, because that girl wasn't even standing in the way of the other girl. She ran past in an angle straight at that girl, pushed her down, and then turned around and with a beeline headed towards the other girl and forced her up against the car like this, and then pulled the knife back to go and inflict harm.
Okay.
This is where we at.
Okay. This is where we are. See, in the court of law.
Why the police there?
See, in the court of law, they want to know how many minutes, once the police got there, how many minutes did it take you, the police, to see the lady running out the house, pushing somebody down, and
that's not what the court of law say.
Look, I say in the court of law, you got to present facts. You see what I'm saying?
That
in
part
the court
of the facts is not what they're going to. But go ahead.
Look. They want to know. They want to know how. When did you begin to react? I'm talking about the police on who I call for murder. They want to know when did you begin to react before you decided to shoot? Evidently, you didn't react to nothing. None of it.
So when he's yelling, stop!
He stood back and shot the girl in the back.
He gave her ample time to stop what the fuck she was doing. He told her ass 2 times, stop. Now, motherfucker, if you got a gun in your hand and the police got a got a gun in his hand, and you got a motherfucking knife, and he's telling you to fucking stop, and you continue to go to a motherfucker and ignore that this motherfucker got a gun, is telling you to stop, and you got your arm right there like you about ready to go in, and what did you think she was gonna do? Motherfucking shake her motherfucking hand, kiss her on the lips? She was going in with a knife. Period.
And part of the call was
to stab a
that
person.
There was people there.
You gotta be up on that
threatening
person.
people with knives.
She was
You gotta be up on that person.
She was on her. You seen it? You better
She
stop.
had her pig
You just
against the
starting
car.
shit right
You gotta
now.
be
had
up
a-
on
You
the
sat
person.
there.
In order for you to stab somebody,
It's
in
okay
order
to
for
be
you
wrong.
in order for you to stab
It's
somebody
okay
to
to
hurt
be
them,
wrong.
you gotta be up on their ass.
So you
I'm
saying?
gonna open the phone line.
So
This
you
is crazy.
saying?
Open the
You
phone
saying that she wasn't up on her?
She was at a distance.
Oh
no,
my God!
she was
Illuminati.
Stop. She had the other arm on her. So does that act up on her?
Look. If I it's kind of.
If I can touch you, goddamn it, I'm up on you. Period.
No.
Yes.
No.
If I'm close enough to touch you, motherfucker, I'm up on you.
If you're a full hand away from me, you're not up on me to stab me. That's why the girl was able to put her fucking
You
leg
didn't
up.
even see that. You said that's what she was doing. But hey, I mean, like I said, maybe you are Nostradamus. Maybe you can not only see the future, but you can see what was going to happen in current events. He's saying, and family, the police officer should allow the girl to get at least one stabbing off so that he could.
I didn't say that.
So he could determine.
I didn't say that.
So he could determine whether or
say
not
that.
So
she was
listen,
a
Conjure
threat.
Candy said, when engaged in a fight, who is going to stop because someone says stop? Police did not announce themselves. I'm not going to stop. Now, if you know you called the motherfucking police and it wasn't like they were plainclothes officers. Do you need a motherfucker to announce themselves in a fucking uniform?
Damn right.
Oh, nigga. You called the police. They show up and he's telling her to stop. Now, true enough, she might not stop, but she brought herself out of a situation where she was safe inside the house.
You can come outside anytime you want to.
You can, but you can't come out with a knife and run up on a motherfucker like you want to stab him.
No, he's right. But you got to suffer the consequences. It's consequences with every last choice that we make. That was not the best choice, especially knowing the history of police in our community.
She got shot in the back, remember?
Because you can't shoot nobody, you can't stab nobody. So what? I mean, where was he supposed to stab her at if her back is to? If I'm stabbing her to him like this, where's he supposed to shoot me from?
Is
the fucking
shooting,
front. He's supposed to run around. Let me come around to the other side of the car so I can shoot you in the front.
Look, unless the person was attacking you.
That's not
unless the person was attacking you.
Police are supposed to protect civilians as well.
Look. Y'all, you know.
You don't know the law.
Yes, I do too.
Oh no,
yes,
don't.
I do.
I put money
yes,
on
I do.
I can put.
yes, I do know the law.
Put money on it.
Oh, yes,
I put $100 on it right
now.
now.
I put no money on
because
nothing.
I know my word is bond on
that.
that.
Gotta put no money on nothing.
Now, for one, I study this as a profession.
I have to.
Number two, I knew that before I started studying law. The thing about it is this: that the police, if they even see that a civilian is in threat of physical harm with somebody with a weapon, by their training, they are supposed to shoot to kill. That's their training, and that's the law. And when this shit goes to, when it goes to the court, they're not going to convict this guy because she broke all the rules of law in engagement. George Floyd did not break the rules of law in engagement. He had no weapon, and he was not aggressive to where he was going to hurt somebody else. These are the two differences between the case. That's the differences.
But what you're missing is that the police who shot the girl wasn't in correspondence with the girl who had the knife. The girl wasn't coming at him with the knife.
That doesn't matter.
Bullshit. For you to shoot that girl in the back.
That don't make no sense.
That's murder, man. That's murder.
Call in line 614-556-4535. Somebody call in to help me, please.
That's murder.
Call in to help. We need help. See, look, and maybe somebody out there was there.
But as Conjure Candy said, the conflict's all legally once a person, if you are inside and they are outside, you are not to leave your house and put yourself in harm's way. You have now brought yourself, you are looking for conflict. Just like I was telling Hatim and Alumala earlier, I had a situation with a young lady who ran up on me in my car and was talking really reckless. I thought about running her over. Then I thought about shooting her. And you know what? She was the conflict, but she was coming at me very aggressive. But I would have been in the wrong because I could have just pulled off. Just like she could have just stayed in the house. And I put myself in harm's way by doing that.
If the girl,
they were not all inside. Did you see the video, Conjure Candy? Because she had her pinned up on against the car outside.
If the girl who was pinned up
prior to,
if the girl who
we're
was
talking about what caused the shooting.
Let me say
we're talking about what caused the actual shooting.
If the girl who was pinned up, if the girl who was pinned up on the car happened to have a gun and shot her, that would have been self-defense. But for the third party to shoot you in your back, that's murder. Think about it. That's murder. Think about it.
Someone on the line.
Think about it.
What do you think?
Think about it.
Who on the line?
If you're attacking me,
the person on the line speak.
Okay.
Who on the line?
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
From Chicago now.
Who that?
Kim.
Kim, where you been? You're just, kick Gianni to the side.
Let's get to it. Go ahead, Kim.
I saw it and my heart goes out to everybody in Columbus.
Right.
Because I know it's tough. It's super tough. But here's the deal. I had a flashback from that because back in 1990, my sister, who was 8 years under me, was a teenager, and she was over her boyfriend's house, and his sister was there, and they're about the same age, and some girls came to fight them. They went outside for a girls' fight. Even though they were in the house, they could have stayed in the house, but being teenage girls, they went outside to fight. And one of those girls had a knife and stabbed and killed my sister's boyfriend's sister with one jab. And killed her. She just happened to hit her in the chest and the heart at the right position, and the girl died. My sister was standing right next to that girl.
You see what I'm saying?
And all I'm saying is, if a police had been there, then the boyfriend's sister might have lived.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, she didn't have a knife. The other girl had a knife. She might have lived. So,
do you think the police was wrong? Do you think the police was wrong for shooting the girl in the back?
Getting gunned down. That was horrible.
She just told you that. You ain't listening.
Do you think the police was wrong for shooting the girl in the back? Is my question.
I wish that the police had another way to stop the girl. I wish that he had another way to stop the girl. But when it comes to concrete, black or white, was he right or wrong? I definitely wouldn't say he was wrong, because he was stopping her from stabbing that other girl. And if he had not stopped her, then it would have been a different right or wrong. So I can't say that. I mean,
right.
Like I said, when I watched that, it took me right back to 1990. And I talked to my sister, and she said, yes, it took her right back to that. And my sister was standing right next to the girl who was stabbed. And she was killed. And she was 17.
And the thing about it is, like you said, if he wouldn't have done that and she stabbed the girl and killed the girl, then the complaint would have been, why didn't he stop her?
Yep.
And I'm not a fan of the police.
I'm not a fan either.
Everybody knows that.
I'm not a fan of it.
But in this particular incident, unfortunately, he had shot her, and legally so. I think
it was legal. I
don't even think he's gonna see court. If he see court,
but I think it was legal.
If he see court, I think it's going to be to see court. Because it ain't nobody to convict unless they start grabbing some of those other people. Because there's other things that was going on around the situation that we really need to look at, like the young man,
like that man,
right?
Yes.
That one girl.
Right. He kicked her. And then on top of that, put no effort forth to stop this girl from escalating to the point where she was. Obviously, he had something going on. He knew something that was going on there because he kicked that girl with aggression. He ain't kick her to keep her out the way. He kicked her in a way like, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of stuff that we could have handled that as a community or as people that was there. And I'm not with people using this as a model for injustice to us. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the way they was doing it. Because there was another black innocent life taken. Actually, there was a black life saved in this case. Unfortunately, like you said, our hearts have to go out to all these, to everybody involved. But we have to be bold enough and honest enough to call out wrong.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? Because if not, all of our other arguments are going to sound stupid. Comparing this to George Floyd,
It's
It's
absolutely
stupid.
insane.
it's stupid. And it comes from a place of not being honest with ourselves. Not being honest. If I was hemmed up on the car, I would love, the police.
Let me tell you right now, police or not, motherfucker, if you come on the scene and you got a gun and you see a motherfucker with a knife and they got me hemmed the fuck up, take them the fuck out. Don't let them stab me. That's all. Don't let them fucking stab me. Because you know what? That could be the stab that takes me the fuck out, like it did when you talked about the young lady that was had stabbed the girl that you were talking and got her in a place where it was fatal.
Mm-hmm. And she was just a teenager stabbing a teenager, but she stabbed her in the right spot, and that was it, and she died.
And I'm going to tell you, the girls were wrong because Freedom said, how dare anyone come to your home? You're absolutely right. I dare anybody come to your fucking home. They should be, I feel like the girls that was there should be charged with something.
Well, didn't you say in the act of a felony?
I don't know if they were in the act of a felony because I don't know what charges, well, they may have been misdemeanor charges because no one was actually assaulted. However, they should be charged with something for the mere fact that they were there trying to cause trouble. Unfortunately, the young lady who stabbed the person and who had called the police, she became the aggressor on the scene. Now, and she was safe in her
really
home.
Sad.
And
That's
it's
really
unfortunate.
sad. Like, she was totally out of control. She called the police to get them to come. And then it was almost like when the police was there, that's when she became more emboldened. And
She
I'm
did.
like, she doesn't even understand what it means when the police come. When the police come, that means that they can do deadly force if they need to. That's what it means when they're there. So you need to chill out. And she didn't even understand that.
Yes, the three girls were dead wrong. They were dead wrong. Freedom said the three girls were dead wrong. Absolutely. They were dead wrong. Absolutely. But within the confinements of the law, if you're inside your house, I don't give a fuck if somebody's in front of your house yelling shit. Now, if you're going to call the police, then you need to let the police handle that. But if you come out of your house and you start stabbing people, by law, whether the person is outside of your house, you cannot kill people because they're standing in your yard talking shit. You can't do that.
You can't.
Now, you can stand out there and talk shit back if you want to talk shit back, but by law, if you have got the law involved, then you need to follow within the principles of the law that you called. You called them motherfuckers. And now you want to break the law and come outside and start wielding a knife and stab somebody. I remember a time.
But when the law shoots you in your back,
oh my God, here we go.
When the law shoots you in your back, what you supposed to do?
Yeah, but how
when the law shoots you in your back, when the law,
he couldn't get in front of her.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to get in front of her to shoot her. She wasn't attacking him. They had a lot of. If they had more than one cop car there, you know, however many, if they had three police,
What's going
on with our street? Look, what the thing on
stream is straight.
The thing is happening is this here, sister. I understand what happened to your family member who got stabbed, somebody stabbed and killed somebody. I understand that part, but let's take our emotions out of it.
Oh my God.
And say,
oh my God.
And use this as a tool and say, you know, when the police first pulled up and saw the girl running out the house,
what they should have did.
What were they doing? The police, besides saying stop, halt, halt. You know, what were they doing? If they saw the person running out the house, you know, they should have ran to the situation, not stand back on the situation to wait till something else happened and you shoot the girl in the back. Before you decide to shoot her in the back, why you didn't run behind her and grab her from the back?
She had a knife.
Come on.
It don't matter if she had a knife. You shot her in the back. She wouldn't even seen you coming.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
I got to call on Jesus.
Okay. Well, you know, all right, cool.
And Conjure Candy said the fight was happening before the cops got there, and they didn't come fast enough, so she called her dad. The fight started before they got there. The foster mom allowed the women to come into the house, etc. So this is the thing, and that's true. But there's a point where the tables turned and the threat was gone because the girl was just standing by the car and the threat was eliminated. And that's what the police saw.
That's what the police saw. The police saw the girl standing by the car. They saw the girl being the aggressor. We don't want to be honest. We just look. Far as the police in our community, I don't like it.
The police got a lot of training, man.
No, they don't.
They got a lot of training, man.
Yeah, they don't.
And you know what that training consists of? You know what that training consists of? Center mass shooting on black targets. That is their training.
That's their training.
We ain't talking about that. They have a lot of training. They have a lot of hand-to-hand combat, man. They have a lot of that.
They don't have a lot.
Yes, they do.
No,
they have that in the prisons or the guards and everybody else. I went through the training.
Training for the prison. The police officers training.
They go to the same stuff.
No, they don't.
In the academy, they go through the same stuff. That's how they know how to grab you. That's how they know how to grab you and put your damn hand behind your damn back.
But the thing about it is, when a weapon is involved, they're not taught to use hand-to-hand combat.
If you gonna get it from behind, yes, they do. Yeah.
They're taught. No, they don't.
Well, okay.
No, they're not.
All right,
they're not.
All right, cool.
They're not.
Cool.
They're not taught that.
You're police.
I mean, you want me to go get my multicultural policing book and show you what they're doing?
What book? I'm telling you that. Look, when you, I'm telling you, in Department of Corrections, in Ohio, in Department of.
Okay, and that was when you was in the Stone Age. Let me tell you what they do now. First of all, the Department
You don't know what they do now because you're not in the police. You ain't never been in police training.
I'm studying
but you haven't been to police training.
And they told us what the police are trained in. We are told what the police.
You can dispute me if you want to. They're trained to hand-to-hand combat. They are.
Yes, but not when it's a hand-to-hand situation. But
the
when
person wasn't attacking the police.
That is not. The police are trained that if there is a threat to an officer or a fucking civilian, that's what they're trained in. I don't know where you're getting this shit from, Illumala, but that shit is not true. I just fucking studied this shit in school and I'm still studying. So I'm telling you what they're trained in. And the officers that are trained in this shit is not the same. Right. They are trained to, when a motherfucker has a weapon that is threatening a officer or civilian, they are trained to shoot, to kill, center mass. They're not trained to shoot in the leg. They're not trained to shoot in the arm.
Right.
Look.
Now, hold on. Call in 614-556-4535.
Now, Conjure Candy said no one is going to address why they didn't use a taser first. I would surely address that because, goddamn it, I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen too many motherfuckers come up from a taser. Too many motherfuckers.
If the police would have shot in the air, that probably would have stopped everything. Because noise vibration. That probably would. No, it wasn't. No, she wasn't.
Oh my
yes, she
God.
was.
No, he the only one ain't see that. He looked at it with me.
Look,
but listen, we ain't gonna.
We're talking to all you white people in here. Let me quit talking
Oh,
about
my
Oh, you the one last week that
Oh, my
said that, and
God.
you're contradicting everything you
Right.
said last week. Last week you said that we need to stop our behavior, or the police wouldn't do that. Shoot
The
us.
two situations are different.
But last
the
week
two-
we weren't even talking about a
Every
particular
situation is different.
You
Every
contradicted what you said
situation is
last week.
different.
But the reason why I'm saying about the taser part is because she was already on top of the girl like this. Now, what if he'd have shot that taser
And
and that bitch did not even
you-
fucking phase her because her adrenaline was so pumped up? Because it happens
So true.
all the time. I've seen it in several occasions. And and she went ahead and stabbed that girl. Then everybody would have been saying, I can't believe he let that girl kill her like that.
You're going on if and this and
So
if
are
and
you.
that. No,
So
I'm
are
not.
you.
I ain't never say if.
You don't have to
I ain't
say
Just
it,
because
but
you
you're
ain't
doing
I ain't
saying
never said
it
if.
don't mean that
I
your
ain't
whole
never said if.
scenario is a
I
if
ain't never
scenario,
said if.
homie.
You are
I ain't never
implying
said if.
though.
Hang up and listen.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank
You are
you.
implying
Call
though,
in
you're saying,
614-556-4535.
what if he would have just grabbed her from the
Tackled her.
If
back?
he'd have ran behind, he's a man.
That's
If
a
he'd
if.
have ran behind her
You
and
see how
grabbed
big that
her,
bitch was?
even if her hand was back like this here, even if her hand was back like this, if I grab your hand from behind,
Right. Candy said we'll never know.
we ain't gonna know. We ain't gonna know
But
until.
we do,
But I know
we do
one
know there ain't gonna be no trial.
Because that motherfucker,
I'm hoping to be
unfortunately,
one. I'm
You hoping. A minute
I'm
ago
hoping
you
that
was sure.
motherfucker.
A minute ago you were saying it was
Yeah.
murder.
I'm hoping that it's murder. I'm
Now,
hoping that it's murder.
And
He needs to be charged with murder.
now going to as Freedom's point, because me, Noah and Navita are contesting what you're saying. We know how they see us when they come up in our
We
community.
ain't talking
But
about
wait,
that.
hold on,
he's
man. I'm
addressing what she
talking right
said.
now.
He's addressing
I'm
what she
talking
said.
right now.
Okay, go ahead.
All I'm saying is we know how they get down when they come to our community. We already know this. And the issue that I'm having is that all of it seemed to explode when the police got out the goddamn car.
Because the fighting did start in the house. Let's get that clear. Well, no one's disputing that. But once the police were on the scene, they're actually, if you're honest about what you're watching, there was no more fighting at that time. She comes running.
When the police pull up, because you
can see
see
her
it
come
from his
running
camera.
out, and she runs towards the one girl and throws her to the ground.
As a police officer, there's no way he could have known who made the call. Wait, hold on. The call was that somebody was threatening people with knives. She ran out the house she ran wherever she was coming from at that point in time. She pushed through the crowd. She ran at the first girl with the knife up in the air, pushed the girl down, turned around, made a straight beat for the other girl. Now, this is from the camera. This is from the angle that the police officer is seeing.
You can't
I
talk
wasn't
about
there.
that. You can't talk about that.
Yeah, you can talk about
You can't
that.
talk about
That's
that.
what you've been talking about the whole goddamn time, with the leg coming up and with her not touching her. The same film that I watched. How the fuck you gonna tell me that I can't talk about it when you've been talking about the whole damn time?
You can't
You
talk
trying
about.
to get me riled up.
You can't talk about the police and the angle. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
All you could do is talk about the police when he came up. Why didn't he stop?
It was his camera that we watched it from. And we see that if he would have stopped and did half the shit that you saying, we would have
No
a
murder.
black girl in a pink tight suit.
No murder.
Dead.
No murder.
Okay.
No murder. He murdered the girl, and you niggas in Columbus need to understand that was murder. When you shoot somebody in the back that they can't defend themselves, that's murder.
You're not even supposed to defend yourself against the
That's what I'm saying. I say when you can't defend yourself, that's murder. Anybody gets shot in the back, that's murder.
So,
Anybody who gets shot in the back, that's murder.
So
I
wait,
would
time out. You walk in your house after this. There's somebody broke into your house, standing over Alma with a machete. You're standing at the back. You're going to say, hey, man, turn around so I can shoot you in the front so there won't be murder.
No.
Right.
Get out of here.
Listen to what I say.
No, I listen to what you say.
Listen
It
to
ain't
what I
making
say.
no sense. Sometimes we got to tell people,
listen,
stop. It's
listen.
okay to be wrong.
Listen
It's
to what I
okay.
say.
It's okay.
Listen to what I said. Yeah, if you want to be right, you can be right. But listen to what I said. I said that the girl who got shot by the police got shot in the back. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's murder.
Okay.
If you get shot in the back, that's murder. Even if you get shot in the front, that's murder too. But we talking about this situation. Don't switch. We talking about this situation. She got shot in the back. back.
what I'm doing, see, because now let me
She got
understand.
shot in the
She
back.
got
Let me-
shot in
let
the
me-
back.
Let
Now,
me,
if you want to
let
talk
me
about,
explain.
if
Maybe
you
you
want,
don't understand
if
what
you
I'm
want,
doing.
if you want to be
What-
talking about
let me explain
details,
what you're
Go
doing.
on.
No, let me explain what I'm doing. When you bring up a point, I'm using another example to help illustrate your point so that possibly you can see how fucking foolish it is, man.
look,
But yes, listen. Now she says Freedom said the girl in the pink died. That's what she deserved. Let's be honest. Okay, but what she may have, but we're talking about she is involved in the law, and the law is that it don't matter who, as far as was aggressive prior. When he came on the scene and she's on this girl like this,
I take that back now. She wasn't on that girl like that.
she
Oh, my
was
God.
too.
She was on a girl. She had her hands out like this here, and a knife was way back here. It wasn't up here.
Where do you think it was gonna go?
I said,
Okay, cool. You're right. All right, cool. It was back there. Now, she was up on her far enough to push her up on the car because that girl was hemmed up on the car. And the only way you can get hemmed up on the car if there's a force pushing you up on the car, homie.
the girl.
And from the angle we saw,
Go ahead, talk.
from the angle we saw, it was close enough for that girl to be in imminent danger. She was in danger. Now, the issue is we could say after the fact of what was going on, and we don't know. I don't know all of the details, but I know from what we saw with the police officer getting out the car what it escalated to. And now we're sitting up here arguing about some shit, right, that happened in our community. And we're not addressing some of the things that you brought up last week that we could be addressing to possibly bring some knowledge to this whole situation.
Okay.
Because now you're caught up on some foolishness. I'm just saying it's foolishness. You're caught up on some foolishness about when you shoot somebody from the back is murder.
That's right. If you
So
shoot
listen,
somebody in the
so
back,
Freedom
it's murder.
also brought up the taser situation. So it's like I said, the girl, it only takes you seconds, and they teach us this even in our training when you go to what do you call it, CCW training and your gun training. I was taught in my training class that if a motherfucker is up on you with a knife, shoot right away, because that shit can. The people say don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, if a motherfucker gets close enough to you with a knife, they could take you out if you got a gun, even if you got a gun, because you might not even have time enough to get to the motherfucker. And if they up on you, like she was up on that girl, a taser, and that, you know how fast it takes to go from here to here? You see how fast that is from here to here? It's not like it takes 5 minutes, like the Bionic Man. Chung, 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 chung. And we're talking about within the confinements of the law.
Let me talk about some real talk right here. Let's
Talk about some real talk.
Let's talk about some real
I'm
talk.
putting the number up.
Let's talk about some real talk. Now, if you want to talk about the safety of the girl who had the knife, now, evidently somebody said that the argument, whatever it was, started in the house. She was in a foster home, a foster place, right? A foster house. Well, the adult who was in the foster house
Should have shut it down.
should have shut that shit down.
Exactly.
Should have shut that shit
So
down.
now,
But look,
so now, but that
wait. Since I brought it up, wait. She should have shut that shit down, and she shouldn't have let those girls, if they all weren't part of the same home,
shouldn't
right?
let them in.
She shouldn't have let them in.
But we don't know if that actually happened. That's hearsay.
But somebody on here said
right, that's
that
hearsay.
all of
Right.
that,
We don't
the
know.
girls was in the house
But
too.
even if they were, once the danger has been,
See,
the threat of danger has
the danger
been,
wasn't danger when they all was in the house. You see,
that doesn't even matter.
but at the same time, the
can't-
house mother, whoever
Or
she
father.
was, or father, should have told whoever that girl, that 15-year-old girl was, you need to stay right here. I'll go out there and handle it. That's what
Right?
should have happened.
That's
Now,
what
we
should
don't
happen.
know. We don't.
That's the kind of
we don't-
talk.
I agree
That's the
with
kind
that.
of talk.
We don't know. We
I
don't know.
agree
We don't
with
know if
that.
it
Wait,
happened because you already said
we
that
don't
they can
know.
do what they
We
want.
don't know.
That's
We
what
don't
you
know.
said there
We
earlier.
don't know. But this is the kind of talk I was talking last week. If y'all
Oh,
don't.
so now you want to bring up last week?
Wait.
This was
Hold
your
up.
time. This was
Hold
your time
up.
to show off.
Hold up.
This is your
But
time to show off.
But since that didn't happen, I got to move to this shit here too.
No.
You know, because there is a before and an after. There is a before there's an after. There is a before.
If there was adult intervention, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That goes to your point last week. If the brother that was standing on the side possibly had intervened rather than getting that girl to read them Nikes, then this possibly wouldn't have happened. If the police was never called and maybe some adults got around there to stop it from happening, maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation. There's so many different angles that we could hit to solidify your point that you made last week about behaviors, but yet now you're caught up on something. I don't know why you caught up on it. Maybe you just want to be controversial. No, I don't understand. We could go on and we could actually have some grown
folk talk right now. Let me read some of the comments. So Freedom was saying it takes time to pull a gun as well, and it sure does take time, but he had the gun drawn already. Now, the thing about tasers too is I've seen many people not go down from a taser, especially when their adrenaline is really pumping. That is a common scenario.
Would you say a police taser is a little bit more powerful than a regular taser you buy on the streets?
It may be, but I've seen police tase people and they still be going buck for a while.
So we got to take consideration that. You know,
we have to take into consideration that taser doesn't always work. Have you ever seen somebody tase and not go down by the police?
I said police.
Have you ever seen somebody been tased and not go down by the police?
No.
I have.
No.
I have.
No, I don't know. No,
I
but I have.
Because
I've never seen a police use no taser on nobody.
I have.
Okay, cool. We'll go ahead talking.
And I've seen people not go down with that motherfucker too. And I've seen the police end up in a scuffle sometimes trying to use the taser. And I'm just saying in this situation, I think that unfortunately the officer came up on the scene and the girl, you can see in the video the girl running from behind the car. She comes up, you can see her coming from the car. Boom. She throws the other girl down. Yes, we know that like Freedom said, the danger is when you're on my property. Legally, you're trespassing when you're on the property. And once a weapon is involved, like the thing is when you're out of danger, I forget the term they use, but when you're out of danger, when you can't just be the police are now on the scene. You can't leave the scene because the police are now there. So the girl couldn't get off the property. At that point, she is now a part of a complaint and they have to get everybody's information. So she's stuck there to hear from the police. Now, when somebody comes running towards her with a knife, who the bitch shouldn't have been there. He did say, well, he had his uniform on. So he didn't have. I think we all know a person who has a police uniform on. He didn't come in a plainclothes as a plainclothes officer, and she knew she called them. And he said, "Stop, stop." She should have stayed in her house, but he did yell to her to stop. He had his full uniform on. He was standing right there when she grabbed the first girl and threw her to the ground. And he didn't shoot her or tase her then, because as soon as she threw her to the ground, that heifer was gone.
What's up? Who this?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? I sure missed my 10 minutes of motherfucking freedom.
Right. You don't even.
I turned on doing my homework. I had to get on. I'm like, oh my God. Very high spirited today. But, with good cause, because either way, it's sad.
It's sad.
And, yes, you're right. This is definitely not a George Floyd situation, but it's still a situation because I do feel some kind of way. I personally have I had a situation that happened to me like that with my daughter. I think this is the problem, let's be honest. Everybody now so disrespectful. They think they could come to your home like that, disrespect you like that. I dealt with bullying for years with my daughter, Asia. Y'all don't even understand. With girls doing stuff like that, I had a situation 3 years ago when I moved to Dayton where a grown woman brought her daughter over to jump on my daughter. And when I tell you this girl was like 300-pound gorilla knocking people out on videos like that Sharkeisha. And she brought her daughter to fight my daughter over a boy. And I wasn't home. And my daughter, 14-year-old daughter, Ashley called me. Mom, oh my God, they came to the house. Asia went out there and fighting the girl. Now my daughter went out, fought the girl, whooped her ass.
My other girl, Ashley, goes out after she calls me, and the adult women jumped her. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Had I rolled up on that motherfucking situation, I don't give a fuck if a cop came. You think I was going to hear what a cop was saying? Are you
Absolutely not, because that's not the same scenario.
Quoting the police laws? Really?
Oh no,
They never
you
want to
because they were already
them.
fighting. There was already now
When-
physical
when in a situation
contact and
like
threats.
that, it's not like you guys are talking. You're not hearing stuff clearly when somebody coming to your home space. All you know is to defend and protect your ground.
Listen,
Your home, your space. And
Now,
I
nobody
agree.
was looking out for that girl.
listen,
I got it twisted with that.
but now,
Been there.
but-
and had I come out and the cop shot my motherfucking daughter, that's what y'all would have been saying?
I agree.
Listen.
I agree with you.
That's a whole. If
that woman, that young girl, guess what? She shouldn't have even came there. That's how
and
I
she
feel
shouldn't
about
have came there.
now,
But this is my thing with that.
Period.
With your situation, the girls who came to your house, because we only can see what happened when the police showed up, and that's what we go on with the police showed up. Now, if I walk up on the scene and you fighting with my kids, it's a whole different scenario. But if I walk up on the scene and one person is standing here and one person is standing over there, there is no fighting, there is no aggression, and one person has a weapon, that changes the whole scenario. And I wish the girl would have stayed inside, because them heifers had no fucking business.
I do agree.
I don't think them heifers had no business
I do
being
agree
there.
with that. I tell my daughter every day, I was horrified she stepped out that door.
But I'm gonna tell you what.
I know what could have happened, but that don't mean that I think that cop was right.
see,
But
but,
let me-
but
go ahead.
hold
Let
on,
me see your lighter.
Had it been a white girl, she would have lived.
hold on. Now, I'm saying this. But hold on.
I'm being honest because
Freedom. Nobody disagreeing. Listen, nobody. Wait, time out. Let me
let him
listen.
say what he gotta say.
Because I want you to hear what I'm saying. Nobody, we don't support police, but we're looking at time out.
Go ahead, just go.
You know for a fact. Let me say this. We know how police view us. You wrote it on here 3 different times with the A, trying to make sure we got the S. We know how they see us. I call the police pull up, and then the fight ensues. I have a weapon in my hand. Now, I'm like this. What do you or anybody else think was going to happen when the police pull up? People talking about the police didn't say drop the weapon. The police didn't do any of the stuff. They are who they are. We know this. We know this. Now, what I'm saying is, this is not something that we need to be, in a sense, because we need to call out what was wrong in this whole situation. Now, I don't know what your daughter's situation was, but thank God your daughter survived. And I wish that this young girl had survived. I wish she had stayed in the house, but she didn't. She came out. She ran out in front of the police with a knife.
She didn't attack the police.
Oh my God.
She didn't attack the police.
That's doesn't matter. Just go ahead.
She didn't attack the police.
Now, and all I'm saying is this. What we gonna do?
Heartbreaking because it gets personal for me because oh my God, that could have been.
That could have. I had parents calling me today.
But
I had parents calling me today.
I do agree with you. I know how you guys feel about it, and I agree.
And I've experienced that as well. I've experienced that as well. Where people showed up at my house to fight my son.
Fine line always when it comes to us, because I really do believe, had it been a white girl, I don't believe she would have been dead.
But I have never seen a scene where a white person has been up on somebody in a stabbing motion and the police never did anything. I've yet to see that. Now I've seen where a woman has been wielding a knife and she wasn't up on nobody like this and they let the white bitch go, but then they shot the black dude who did it. I've seen it, but I've never seen a video where a white person has had somebody up against a car or anything and had their hand in the motion to stab and the police didn't do anything.
YouTube it, because they have them all over YouTube. There was one where a cop stopped a guy in a car, And he was pulling out his gun. Yeah, I got a gun.
No, that's different.
All kind of shit.
That's different. Was anybody in danger?
But was he trying to shoot somebody
Was
else?
somebody in danger? Was somebody because we're talking about, regardless of the right or wrong, with the girls coming to the house, we're talking about a police officer who is not privy of anything but the call that he received, jumping out the car and responding to somebody, throwing somebody down, and then running up on somebody else with a knife and hemming them up on a car. Now, what do we expect?
Not to be dead.
No, she
Not
expected
to be dead.
that.
You don't expect nobody
Now,
to die.
And now I want to go to
In
the
the back,
comments.
shot in the
I
back.
want to go to the comments where people are talking about shooting in the leg. Shooting in the leg. We already know. First off,
I just, you know,
It-
I mean, I know my sis always talks about when they shoot to kill.
they do.
Get it?
That's what they practice. You when
Us,
you are
especially with
instructed,
us.
when you
You can-
instruct in
especially with us.
situations, you go back to what you train. And what are they trained? Center mass. This is what they're trained. This is what they practice. This is what they go to the range. They don't go to the range shooting arms. They don't go to the range shooting legs. They go to the range shooting center mass. This is what the police officers are trained. And on top of that, they use black targets. So now you got black people out here in a conflict. Somebody's in danger. We already know how they feel about us. And the one that's running out there doing it is the one that called the police.
Yeah.
What do?
And you know, I'm gonna tell you what it is. We're all suffering from PTSD.
For sure. We are
We really
definitely,
are. I mean, because
definitely.
it's like this- because I mean, you're definitely right about that. Like I get it. You're right. I mean, I can't deny. Yeah. I mean, we know when we come out like that, it's over for us. We can't do that. I get it. I know that a white girl can probably get it off. Probably.
We listen. I have no doubt about that.
It feels just.
But do
You
you
know,
think
and this is the fucked up thing about it, because I've had scenarios when I was raising my son where motherfuckers had came up and
I know you did.
and to my
I
house
know you
and
did.
my ass, but I didn't call the police though. And I took my ass right outside, because I tell you all the time, I ain't calling no motherfucking police.
Yeah, you sure do.
Okay? Now, if something would have went down and one of them would have got hurt, it'd have been their word against mine, motherfucker. Police wasn't there. I ain't calling them motherfuckers.
You know,
But
yeah,
if you
yeah.
call them motherfuckers, they gonna hold you to the fucking, and you black? When we need to know this is black people, they gonna hold us to a different standard. We know this. Especially if you up on a motherfucker like this. You know.
She like stabbing me, so y'all gonna save me. Somebody else called in
But it's we
614.
about to head out of here in a minute, but go ahead. But in the shot in the leg.
You got a bunch of comments on your page.
Thank you
I'm
guys.
trying to-
You know, I appreciate you guys.
all
I
right,
appreciate
all
you.
right, Frida.
All right, I don't know. How to
We love you.
Paul Dorsey Sr. says one shot to the leg would have been good enough. Now we know they don't train like that. And second off, he could have missed her goddamn leg and shot the girl that she was trying to help. That's why they go center mass. It's the biggest target. None of these motherfuckers is Paul Revere with the motherfucking pistol. We expecting these motherfuckers to be Paul Revere. They're only Paul Revere when they come to us. And when they come to us, we already know they're coming to kill. We know that. But we need to go to Navita's page and read some of those
I
comments.
got him. But the thing about it is, you know, what's fucked up is that, you know, I still do think that the girls that were there need to be charged with something. Because they had no fucking business being
The
over there.
police need to be charged with murder.
They had no business being over there on that girl's fucking property, period.
And let me say this about property too. If somebody steals, if somebody was to come in here right now and hold us hostage and steal something, and they were able to get out, and Navita or me took a pistol and we shot that motherfucker in the front yard,
Oh, you going
that'd be
to jail.
murder.
Yes, that is I've been in that situation.
Why the police can't be charged with murder?
Well, time out. See, on your property, even
talking
though
about
they're
the
on your
property,
property, if they are in the yard, if they are on the porch, right, and you can't murder.
Yes, you could.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
By
you
law, you
can't.
can't.
You-
Illumina,
No, it
you
hasn't.
don't.
I
Illumina,
All right.
that's
all right.
now
Yeah,
standing your
I
ground.
just don't be
Standing your ground means that somebody is coming
That
at
law
you,
has changed.
not running from you, not running from the scene.
If you see
If
a
they in your
motherfucker
yard.
if you see a motherfucker getting in your window and shoot that motherfucker, you cool.
Good luck. Good luck with
You
that
cool.
one.
You
Good
cool.
luck with
No,
defending.
no,
Somebody
you-
else call in.
You cool.
They hung up, I think. If they're coming through your window, that's different than a motherfucker who is out.
I didn't say which other
Who on the
difference
line?
there is. I say that stay.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What's
Who
up,
this?
LB?
Faces.
People gonna hate me after this. I'm
They
sorry.
gonna hate me too, and I don't even like the police. But go ahead, LB. What you got to say?
No, y'all are right, but y'all gotta understand. I definitely agree with freedom, and that's what it is. It's emotional, and we're so used to them
Right.
doing that to us. And the first thing I'm going to say, because unfortunately we don't know what preceded that. We don't know. We caught the end of it. The same thing that the cops saw. You know,
Right.
I wish the adult that was there,
That's right. That's what I said.
you know, would have been like, okay, here's the police, back up, and would have grabbed her. We really don't know what happened. But I'm gonna say this real quick because I know y'all gotta go. If they do things the way they're supposed to, them little motherfuckers who went to that house, they're gonna get charged with her murder. Happens all the time. And unfortunately, I hope that dad, I think that was, I don't know who that man was, he may get charged as well. But those two who went over there, they should be charged with her murder.
No.
Yeah, they should.
No,
I think they
not
should
with her
be.
murder. Not with her murder.
Yeah.
The police should be charged with the murder. They may be.
Well, they're not going to, and I know exactly I know how you feel because when I saw it, I was outraged. Like, damn, she's the one that called for help, but they don't know that.
They don't know that.
Because the thing is, even though they weren't, the girl wasn't attacking the police. Their job, which they have to do, is to protect and serve.
Well, protect property.
She was after. They're protect and serve.
But he didn't attack the
So-
police. They didn't attack the police.
See, but that's where you're wrong, and you just don't. Why don't you just be wrong? It's okay. Just be wrong.
I'm just saying what I saw.
Because you can also be, but they can also protect
saying
citizens.
A job's job.
I mean,
Let her
that's the first thing I said. Tag a whiny shooter in the leg or something. But just what you said, I said they're not trained for that. They're trained to kill, which is unfortunate. But I'm sticking to this. If that had been all whites there, that shit wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have happened, and we all know that. Oh, calm down, and something. It would have been a different result, and that's what's really messed up. They don't value our lives,
And but
you know.
Right.
And I think, yeah, that's.
I'm just gonna say this. I feel the outrage, but I have to stand. We have to be able to face truth sometime. It's some shit that goes down that just makes absolutely no goddamn sense. And this is one of them. Right? We're in a situation and this shit escalates to this point, family. This is all I'm saying. It escalated to a point where we could be discussing shit that we could do to start trying to de-escalate some shit. Conversations to have with some of our young people, because some of them are off the hook. We know this. Some adults stop being run by these goddamn children.
Right.
Where was the order in that whole goddamn situation? And to watch a grown man possibly kick possibly another kid after, in a sense, pushing the shit on. The girl had a knife in her hand. A knife.
Right.
She had a weapon. A knife kills.
And if that was his daughter and he knows the police was there, he should have tried to stop her from running towards that girl. Because it's unfortunate, like you said, white folks, it could have possibly been a different scenario, but we ain't talking about white folks right now because he's in unfortunately, in this case, he is in every ramification of the law to do what he did. It backs him up. Unfortunately,
he shot the girl in the back.
I should have told you that how quick they released the body cam.
He shot the.
They don't release that shit.
They don't release that shit when they know they guilty.
He shot the girl in. He shot the girl in the back, man. Y'all missing the point.
You wrong.
Y'all missing the
Your
point.
point don't make sense.
He shot the girl in the back.
Nobody missing that point.
He shot the girl in the back.
Nobody even arguing that.
If somebody came behind, if somebody
you
was
just
behind
want to
you,
listen to him, y'all. He want to be heard.
Look. After the day, you ain't got to worry about it. But check this out. if I'm sitting right here and somebody shoot me in the back, regardless of what I'm trying to do with the person who I'm facing, if somebody shoot me in the back, they got to get charged with murder. And I died. That's just simple. That's just point simple.
So if you got a gun to somebody in front of you and you about to shoot them in the police,
I don't have no gun.
No, you said, but your scenario is, please pay attention to what you're saying. You said it doesn't, regardless, it doesn't matter. You said it doesn't matter what's happening in the front.
That's right.
That's what you said. Okay.
But you can't put no gun on it.
But you said it doesn't matter what's happening in the front. So it does matter what's happening in the front?
Go ahead. Do what you want to do.
So it doesn't matter.
Do what you want to do with it. Do what you want to do with it.
I'm just
I said that
don't matter what's happening in the front.
I said that if I get shot in the back and die, regardless of what's going on in my front, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know,
well, you keep that analogy.
Then the person who shot me got to get charged with murder.
Somebody made a comment and they said, what about the 4 shots? And that is a point that we can have a discussion around.
We can't have no discussion around that if you saying that, you know, family.
It ain't take 4 shots to put her down. It ain't take 4 shots to grab her attention. If we want to have something to be upset about, we could be upset about the 4 goddamn shots. But we can't be upset about the goddamn situation, my friend.
We ain't concerned.
Because it don't stand up. The situation don't stand up.
We don't know what's stand up right now.
Yeah, we do. We do know what's stand up because what they're gonna go by is the cam that was on the police officer. And you saw what I saw. Regardless of all the cameras that was around, you saw what I saw. When he got out the car with the camera on, what we saw was the fighting already going on. There was a call about a goddamn knife. The person that had the knife unfortunately made the call. Now, I see people being threatened. I see people have already been threatened to be stabbed. I'm responding to the call. I say stop or say whatever I say. The car pull up. Lights probably was on. We don't know. I don't know. Was the lights on or whatever? Was it a siren? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, for me, when I see the beast roll up on the scene, I'm backing out. Because I already know what it is. And we know what it is as a community. That's not a mystery to anybody. It's not a mystery to anybody. A lot of people watched over and over again a white man put his knee in a black man's neck. We saw them choke off. We saw them choke out several different people, and we saw many cases where they roll up on us with absolutely nothing in our hand and shoot. What else were we expecting when we called them?
And we got something in our hand this time.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I'm aiming to stab somebody. I mean, I pretty much can expect that they're gonna shoot my ass. Expect that.
And I understand
I'm mad about it. I'm unfortunate. I think this whole shit could have been avoided. And that's another thing with Illumina. I talked about this behavior last week, actually.
I thought we was going to have a good opportunity to talk about it.
Because, you know, that is what... There's a lot of things that went wrong and inappropriate behaviors in this scenario. And one thing we need to start doing is teaching our children, don't be fucking going over people's houses thinking you're going to do some shit.
Oh, my God. We
got to start, and then treating the adults, because even in Freedom's case, the motherfucking adults was there, bringing motherfuckers to fight. And we are lucky that the police wasn't on the scene while Asia and the young girl was fighting, because who knows what the fuck would have happened. Keep your kids fucking out of people's yards. Get your kid, and I know sometimes you can't control what your children do. Sometimes children, you could raise your kids the best way you want, and they'll still do some shit that you didn't teach them. However, those girls shouldn't have been there, and they should be whether they were, she keeps saying they were grown women, the adults shouldn't have been there at all, period. And I do feel they should be charged with something in regards to this case.
A scene of fuckery. That's what this is what happens at the end of fuckery, family. And we got to be bold enough to call it out. Because if we don't, this type of shit will destroy everything that we're working on. Everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People was downtown protesting last night. How that look? How that look? They saw the film. Let's see if they protest tonight. Let's see if they protest tonight.
Right. Well, we are overtime, my people.
Man.
And I thank everybody for joining us.
I quit.
You know, we had a great show tonight. And next week we have some heavy topics for these last 2 weeks. We're gonna make it light next week. We're gonna make it light on us because we need to have some light in the midst of the dark. So thanks for joining us. Anybody want to promote anything? Zawadi Books.
Yeah, Zawadi Books. We here.
Make sure you get your books from Illumiline, man. I tell you all the time, support Black businesses. This man sells books. He got the chew sticks. He got oils. He got black dolls, jewelry. I got black dolls and stuff. I buy all my books. If I can't get my book, he's the first person. If I want a book, he's going to be the first motherfucker I go to. And then I take myself, if he say I can't get that, then I'll go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Hatim, he's going to read a poem and then we out.
This poem is called Listen. Listen, and you can hear the voices of the past speaking of your internal richness that you have overlooked because you have been hearing the sad cries of your present oppression. Don't be blinded and confused by the illusions of what is. Listen, and you can hear your soul cry out for more as you settle for the scraps from your master's table.
All right, Ashe. Thank y'all for joining us. And it'll be next week, the same black time. And
Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Where was the tribe? Where was the girl's tribe at?